Hello.
Good to see you. And just to start with, what impact will this week's investment in FSG have on your recruitment plans, your budget and potential to do business in this summer's transfer window?
As far as I know, that means that gives us kind of consistency in what we did so far. But that's it, pretty much. So it's good news that because you know what we were all talking about in the last year, all the time, clubs suffer as well. So that's how it is without supporters in the stadium and all these kind of things. And this gives us a bit more security that it will go on like it did before.
A very different situation. I just wonder how you handle this as well. Obviously, Curtis Jones has returned from international duty, having received a red card in the circumstances that he did. What do you do with a young player in that kind of situation?
Oh, I speak to him, of course, that's clear, but that's how it is. You don't want to see these things on the pitch after a game, stuff like this, but we all know that in a moment when you lose a game, and it meant obviously a lot to the boys, it meant especially a lot to Curtis. He played a really good game. He was maybe the best player on the pitch. I saw the full game, saw his goal, saw the other things he did, and he was really in the game. And then you lose a game, and then it's about what is if the other team wouldn't have done anything, I'm sure Curtis wouldn't have reacted. So there were some words or whatever, signs, whatever. So it's still, Curtis didn't behave right in that moment. He knows that. If we would ask him, we would do it again, he would say no. But he did it. But that's it, pretty much. As far as I know, it was not. It was not that bad. Let me say it like this. So it's okay. I will speak to him, and the only thing you can do about the mistakes you make in life, you have to learn of it, and he will.
And how are you squad-wise for obviously what is a big game in terms of the European spots? I'm thinking Firmino, Origi and Kelleher, but also looking further ahead, Jordan Henderson, is he on course to be back in time to make it to the Euros? And could Virgil van Dijk even make the Euros as well?
Wow, so Bobby is back. All the others not, and I have no idea about the Euros, to be honest. Nothing changed, so they are all in the place they should be in the moment, and that's it, and the rest the time will show. I don't know it, so I don't want to take Holland or England a player away. If they are ready, then they are ready. If they are not ready, I cannot change that. They are not there in the moment in the rehab process. So it's not about me to make this decision. I only deliver the news when I have them, and I don't have any in the moment. So no bad news, no brilliant news. They cannot play tomorrow, and so that's the situation.
Thank you very much, Vinny. Enjoy your weekend. Ian Kennedy for 2 questions for the BBC, and then we'll go to Carl Markham. And at the moment, that's it for the Open, guys, but we'll go to Ian and Carl.
Okay. Hi, Jürgen. Just on the game itself, Arsenal against Liverpool is always a huge game. Have you been surprised, though, to see where Arsenal have been over the last couple of seasons when you think of Aubameyang, Lacazette, the quality players that they've got? But this is still a huge test, isn't it?
It is indeed. I'm surprised. I don't think like this about other teams, so I don't judge them and think they should end up here or end up there. So, no, I said not surprised because I didn't think really about it. But Arsenal is a quality side. If you go through the team, they have a lot of potential, a lot of quality already as well. So have experience, have the youth, have really exciting team, to be honest. So that's how it is. But the Premier League is a tough league. And if you are not in each second on your absolutely top level, then you get punished. That's we obviously realized that as well. Not only this year, but this year as well. So no, it's a tough one, but should be a tough one for Arsenal as well. That's actually my only intention, to make sure that we will be exactly the opponent Arsenal doesn't want to face this weekend. And for that we have to put a proper fight out there and have to defend on our absolutely top level. If we do that, we have a chance. If not, not.
And the Wolves game seems a long time ago now, but now that the international break is out of the way, you're 5 points off fourth, you're in the Champions League, big phase of the season coming up. Does it feel like this is the last sort of phase of the season now, and how confident are you that with a good run you could really turn around the season, if you like?
Oh, unfortunately, we are not living in dreamland. So, but if you would ask me, what do you wish for this last period, I would say, come on, just let's go with all we have for everything what is out there, and then let's have a look what we got for it. And that's exactly how I see it. And of course, obviously, I didn't have a game for around nearly 3 weeks, but most of my players had 3 games. So we have one session together. That's today. But anyway, that's the way we want to see it. What we can do with it. So we don't have obviously a lot of points to waste anymore. But we have a tough program on top of that, not only in the Premier League but in the Champions League as well, and these kind of things. So. We will not hesitate. We just will go for it, and hopefully we can do that on Saturday already. But it's always a challenge for all the teams coming back from international break, because their players were all over the world. They played for their countries, different systems, different philosophies, different match plans, all these kind of things. You have one session to bring it all together again, and that's a challenge. But we are used to it. But there's no guarantee that it always works. We hope it works this time, and then let's go for it. That's it. But whoever plays away at Arsenal should not expect having the points before the game already. We don't do that. So we know whatever we want for the rest of the season, we only can get it if we win football games. And the first one of these football games is tomorrow night against Arsenal.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. And then 2 for Carl, and then we'll go for 1 for Michael, and then we'll go to the embargoed section. But Carl first.
Hi, Jürgen.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Jürgen. You talk about the international break providing a disruption, but we've seen Jota score 3 goals for Portugal while he's been out there. That must be a benefit to him and to you that he's got more game time. He's sharpening himself up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Jürgen is obviously in a good moment. He was before he left, and showed that again in the national break. Yes, these are the rare benefits of an international break from a club point of view, but it is good. So a lot of Shaq played really well for Switzerland, scored there as well, and had some success, and so. Yeah, Thiago has played a good role in the Spanish games, not in the last one, but in the one before when he came on, and all these kind of things. So yes, there are benefits of it, but they are not a lot. So now they are back. They are all healthy. Some of them had real success. Scotland obviously played pretty well. Wales had a surprise. 3 points in the Czech Republic. So yeah, a lot of things were going on, and we were here waiting and training that they come back. Now they are back. Now we train again and go again.
Thank you very much.
And I know you hate it when we ask you to give us timescales, but just wondered on Jordan, we've not really had an idea of when you think he might be back. I know people are talking about, is he going to be fit for Euros and stuff. Have you any idea? Any close to knowing when he might be ready for you?
No, not really. Sorry, but it will be. What can I say? It's just that he's not here. He's not here in the moment. He cannot train, but he will train in the next days and weeks for sure. So that's how it is. But nothing to say from me. The problem is I'm not a doctor, so I'm not a surgeon. I'm not this and that, and in all the cases. So it's just about time, and if the time will be enough, I have no idea, but I hope so.
Thank you. Final question from Michael before we go to the embargo section.
Hi, Jürgen.
Hi.
Just on Nat Phillips, he's recently been named the Player of the Month, and I just want to ask you about the impact he's made on the side, considering how young he is and literally being thrown in to the deep end, as you call it. How much of an impact has he had on the side?
He's not that young anymore. He's young, of course, from my perspective, especially. But he's already a few years out there playing football, which is good. But I couldn't be more pleased for him. I couldn't. I really love our supporters for giving this Player of the Month award to him. It's well deserved. It's well deserved because he helped us a lot. He's a brilliant guy. He's an extremely smart guy. and enjoys the moment a lot. So this is something. It's not the biggest award in world football, but it's anyway something nobody can take away from him, whatever happens in the future. So that's really nice. Yes, we need him. We need him. We need him in the shape he played before the break. And let's hope that they can play together like this and on the same level or even a higher level for the rest of the season, which would be extremely helpful.